Welcome inside the WVLT newsroom here on this Friday the 13th. I'm Will Puckett. We're glad you're here. We're continuing our coverage of a Knoxville police officer who is accused of stealing kratom or kratom from a Knoxville gas station along Kingston Pike this past weekend. We'll go ahead and start off with showing you the official photo of this officer. Knoxville police say Officer Tyler Wheeler around 10 Saturday night stopped at a Knoxville gas station, walked behind the counter and stole multiple packets of kratom, what is also known as gas station heroin, put them into his pocket and walked out of that gas station. Officials saying that they then responded after the gas station called police and let them know what happened. They responded, they reviewed the surveillance footage, and indeed they say saw Officer Wheeler sticking those packets of kratom valued at about $30 a piece into his pocket and then walking out of that gas station. Kratom is often referred to as gas station heroin. It's something that in some states is highly regulated and in other states like Tennessee is not regulated at all. Our Aaron Rodgers actually took a moment this week to talk with the doctor and State Senator Richard Briggs about kratom and a possible push in Tennessee to have it further regulated.
Everyone thinks that if things are natural, that they are safe. Everything that's natural is not safe.
Catherine Walker is the CEO of Revitalist. It's a clinic that focuses on pain management, something she has seen from her patients, kratom.
We don't know what drug interactions it's having. We don't understand, the long-term risks of kratom. So how this drug actually got in the gas stations to where nobody's supervising it, I have no idea. But we do know that there have been some negative outcomes.
In 2020, out of 413 drug-related deaths, 17 listed kratom as a cause of death. In 3, it was the sole cause of death. Jump to 2024, 5 deaths had kratom listed as the sole cause. These numbers, the reason that lawmakers are taking action.
I think it certainly is something that needs to be regulated simply for the protection of the public.
A House resolution filed this past session, co-sponsored by Richard Briggs, calling attention to the drug.
One of the nicknames for it is gas station heroin. We need to ban it until we learn more about it, find out if it does have any medicinal properties, and if it does, then highly regulate it so the consumer would have confidence when they buy this drug that it's safe and do what it's supposed to.
Kratom, typically found in combination with other drugs such as fentanyl, methamphetamine, and cocaine. But even alone, Walker says the drug is an unknown.
And there are a lot of limited options out there for pain right now, and people are afraid. They don't want to get on opiates. They don't want to be, even classified with pain at all. So yes, kratom is natural, but there's just so many adverse effects out there that we just don't understand.
Briggs says he and other lawmakers plan to bring it into session next year to take steps to regulate the drug.
Again, that was our Aaron Rodgers reporting. Now, kratom, again, often in leaf form, is then cut and dusted down into pill form and then consumed. We reached out to the Knoxville Regional Forensic Center, and they gave Aaron some statistics that show that it has been involved in a few overdoses in Knox County since 2020, and one of them was the sole contributor to that death. The DEA has quite a bit of information on kratom. Again, in Tennessee, you can buy it at a gas station, available at some right along Kingston Pike here in West Knoxville. According to DEA, it is listed as a, quote, drug and chemical of concern. As I said, and as you heard State Senator Richard Briggs say, it is dubbed gas station heroin. It is not regulated under the Controlled Substances Act. It is banned in several states. There is a push for that to be banned in the state of Tennessee. One of those states, Alabama. A lot of folks cross the line into Georgia to get their hands on that. Again, this is Officer Wheeler. He is the officer accused of stealing packets of kratom from a gas station along Kingston Pike. He has been suspended and moved to reassignment. He has been moved to reassignment, and his policing powers have been suspended. He was assigned to the West District and has been issued a misdemeanor citation. This news broke earlier this week. Again, Knoxville police officers saying this happened about 10 o'clock this past Saturday. It just so happened that Chief of Police Paul Noel was in our studio for his monthly sit down. He sat down with our Brittany Tarwater and addressed this situation as Chief of Police.
Department pretty quick to jump in on this one. Do you have any further comment about this story?
Well, I mean, obviously very disappointed in the conduct of our officer. We moved really quickly. When we found out about the incident, we sent a supervisor out to the scene, sent detectives out to the scene. I spoke to the district attorney myself. I actually spoke to the store owner myself as well. And, we took action, and the disciplinary process is going to run its course.
Again, Chief Noel saying that he addressed this immediately. You heard him say he spoke with the store owner and the district attorney. Officer Wheeler has been cited with misdemeanor theft. The mayor the chief of police did issue a statement right after this happened. It says, once we were made aware of the accusation, we acted quickly and unambiguously. Based on our investigation, Officer Wheeler's actions completely disgrace his oath of office, tarnish the reputation of the many men and women of the KPD who serve with integrity. We demand accountability at all levels of our organization and expect our officers to hold themselves to a higher standard. Officer Wheeler's actions fell woefully short of those expectations and will not be tolerated. Again, Knoxville police say that there was surveillance video that they reviewed. He is now into the department's review of ethical standards within the Knoxville Police Department. Officer Wheeler again placed on administrative reassignment. His policing powers have been suspended. He was cited for misdemeanor theft and is accused of stealing multiple packets of kratom, which retails at $30. Again, kratom considered gas station heroin. It is a plant that is often taken to manage stress or pain. It can have hallucinogenic effects, but can also cause serious harm. We talked with one doctor who said that just because it's natural does not mean necessarily that it's safe. State Senator Richard Briggs, who signed on to a House and Senate joint resolution, signaled that he has interest in finding ways to regulate it or ban it in the state of Tennessee. We have much further information inside your WVLT News app and on the WVLT.tv webpage. More about kratom. We also have statistics from the Knoxville Regional Forensic Center on how many times this was involved in overdose deaths, and we have confirmed that it was the sole contributor in an overdose death since 2020. Again, all you have to do is jump in your WVLT News app or inside the WVLT.tv webpage to read more about this story.